It says, y'all see that? It says Northern Kingdom of Israel, so-called Indians. Indios means slave. But y'all are Israel. Y'all are God's chosen people. You got Indian in your family? Okay. I probably do too. I work real hard. They think I'm Hispanic. I might be Issachar. But notice, this is you're right. I'm from Tejas, so I very well could be. Notice, they would line us up by the 12th, by the 13th. They were taking the children, and these are conquistadors. This is the so-called white. This is your history. This is what they were doing to our brothers and sisters. They were bashing their heads up against it. They were selling the northern tribe as slaves also. Give me that nation of fierce countenance.
Yes, sir.
Read that.
Deuteronomy 28 and 50. A nation of fierce countenance, which shall not regard the person of old, nor show favor to the young. And he shall eat the fruit of thy cattle and the fruit of thy land.
Because if you notice, when in 1490, gosh, when y'all came over here to America, the northern tribe, they would survive. They would follow the buffalo around, and they would use the buffalo hide. They would make teepees out of them. They'll make clothing. They would use the meat. They'll make those. They use everything. The bones. They would make combs. You name it. But what happened when the devil came over here? What he started doing? He took that Sharp's Big 50. He started destroying the food source. He started setting up things like the Carlisle Institution, where he was saying, "I'm going to kill the Indian." He's like, pretty much, I'm not going to. But they were shooting out people now. But they were like just saying, "I'm going to take this man, I'm going to get rid of your heritage, and I want you to be just like the white man. I want you to learn Christianity. So kill your heritage." And Andrew Jackson, I want to kill the heritage of the Indian. Kill your essence and just make you the perfect walking slave. Right. So they will teach you Christianity, and then they introduce this right here. That right there. They said this is what Jesus Christ looks like. That's what they taught the North American Indians.
That ain't true.
That ain't true.
He's an Israelite, so Israelite is dark. Like over there, they're darker skinned.
You're right.
They're not. It's not white.
We're gonna show you that. Give me Revelation 1:14, and I'm gonna show you why the Hispanics, the Aztecas, the Mayans, the Incas, I'm going to show y'all why y'all are a little bit lighter. Because the scripture says so. We're going to show you that in Hosea. There's a book called Hosea in here. How many brothers you know named Jose? Y'all don't know Jose's? You in Texas, ain't no Jose. I know a bunch of Jose's. How they look? Okay, probably dark like me, huh? Negro like me. Okay, all right. Read that, come on.
Revelation 1 and 1. The revelation of Jesus Christ.
So the Bible's about to reveal, this is John. He's on the island of Patmos. He was banished for doing what we're doing. He was banished for teaching his people the Bible. So they sent him to the island of Patmos. I think those are salt mines over there. That's where they sent John. Read.
Verse 14. His head and his hairs were white like wool.
If you notice, I'm saving a lot of money on shampoo because my hair is falling out, right? But this brother here, I covered this thing. Brother got nice hair. It said he got hair like wool, right? Look at that hair. Read on, come on.
As white as snow.
It's just not gray. Read.
And his eyes were as a flame of fire.
Notice it says his eyes were as a flame of fire. Christ drunk a little bit of wine. Right. He drunk. We got that cousin or that uncle. Get them Corona. She said something. Pops get a little Corona, Heineken. Modelo. That's it, Modelo. Parmesan. Oh gosh, it might be Judah standing up here. I might be teaching wrong here. It might be Judah. Yeah, come on.
And his feet like unto fine bread.
And his feet like unto fine bread. Look at that sister feet. His feet like unto fine bread. No, we're making a point. Look at this right here. We got a sign. We don't use your feet. Look at that sign right there. It says feet like unto fine brass. Fine brass. Remember that. Remember that. Remember that. Look at that. Look at that wall right there. I met a brother in New Orleans. I walked up to him, he started speaking fluent Spanish. Darker than me, had a big woolly afro, like gold teeth and everything. Feet like unto fine brass, come on.
As if they burned in a furnace.
But this is what the conquistadors taught. They taught this.
That ain't right.
That ain't right. That's what Christ looks like. When they teach that, when they teach you Christ looks like that, what do we start doing? We start respecting one another. Leviticus 19:17. This is what we start to do. We start to say, you know what? Now we start to identify and start taking some accountability for our book. Because we can no longer say once the line's out, like I said, the jig's up, right? Once the jig is up, now we know what we got to do with this Bible.
Right.
Read that.
Leviticus 19:17. Thou shalt not hate thy brother in thine heart. Thou shalt in any wise rebuke thy neighbor, and not suffer sin upon him.
So now that we know we're the same people, we start correcting one another. The other nations, they don't want that. Like, for example, how long y'all been in Texas? All your life, right? So, around what year were you born? 96, okay. 2004, okay, damn, y'all young. All right, so, there was a time when our women, they never dressed. Oh, Lord, I hope y'all got that picture. Are y'all familiar, I'm just gonna say a name. Everybody, are y'all familiar with Cardi B?
Yeah.
How about Meg Thee Stallion? Lizzo. The way that they dress, is that the way women are supposed to dress? How are they supposed to dress?
Conservative.
Conservative. What does that mean?
Covered up. You're not supposed to show everything.
Okay, so let's go a little further. So what type of attire? Dresses. Okay, so
Well,
y'all know what kind of dresses?
Christianity taught. You're supposed to wear dresses.
That's not
boxes.
Christianity.
Oh.
That's not Christianity.
That's what they taught me.
No.
You gotta cover everything.
So you walking with like they teach you dress like the Arabs over there with the little thing where your eyes barely out. No, that's heartless dress like that. I'm gonna show you how you're supposed to dress. Give me that 1 Timothy 2:9. You got it all? But I wouldn't win trying to take scripture away. You got that?
Yeah.
All right, go ahead.
1 Timothy 2:9. In like manner also, that women adorn themselves in modest apparel, with shamefacedness.
So the way that Lizzo dresses, that's like a wrestling leotard, right? You ever seen like Hulk Hogan or you ever seen like the Big Show?
Yeah.
That's like the big Lizzo. That's what that is right there. She has that leotard on, and like just that is not the way our women dress. We love Lizzo. We pray the Lord she repents, but she needs to cover her body up because that's for a husband.
Right.
If you notice, a lot of STDs, a lot of baby mamas, things of that sort, derogatory terms in our community because the way our women dress. Let me show you something else. Judah 12:15. It said, Judah 12:15. It said our women are to cover ourselves up in modest apparel. And the men are supposed to regulate that. Like, for example, I'm a father. I have a 16-year-old daughter. I'd be damned if she walked out the house with that BS on. I don't get your ass back in there and put some damn clothes on. You ain't coming out the house like that. But that's the way fathers are supposed to be. And mothers, when the father says something, you're supposed to be on the same page. I'm gonna show you how Judith. Y'all, Judith is bad. Y'all need to come to the school and learn. You work on it. You married?
Yes.
You married?
No. I'm
Only 17? Okay, all praises.
No.
17. Oh, so y'all young. Okay, all praise. Y'all gonna get this then. Judith chapter 12 and start at verse 14.
Have y'all
Yes.
heard about supposedly there was 16 books removed from the Bible and they rewrote it in King James?
We reading it right now, the Apocrypha. The Greeks, we know, we own it. We got you, sis. The Greeks took this out because I'm gonna show you some atrocities that happened that show you why they took it out. Because believe it or not, it affected y'all too, Northern tribe. Directly affected you. That's how it explains how y'all came over here to the north, to the side of the earth. We're gonna get that next. Read that.
Judith 12:15. So she arose and decked herself. 14. Then said Judith unto him, who am I now, that I should gainsay my Lord?
So she said, I should gainsay my Lord. This is how Judith spoke. And a lot of times, a wife, if she spoke to her husband the right way, that man make him feel like the king of the earth. He come home, rip his pocket off. Here's a wallet. Go buy stuff. If he could come home, the bills due, the kids need diapers, and he's like, man, you know what? The hell with this. But listen how Judith, this is a sister. Now she spoke. Read.
Who am I, that I should gainsay my Lord? Surely whatsoever pleaseth him, I will do speedily, and it shall be my joy until the day of my death.
She said, whatever he want me to do, it's going to be my joy. Now, I'm not saying, if he tell you go sell you behind on the corner, he got the damn devil on him. No, don't do that. But according to the law, he wasn't telling them nothing malicious. And let's see how Judith dressed. Come on, read.
So she arose.
So she got up, come on.
And decked herself with apparel and all her woman's attire.
So she put on woman's attire. It didn't say she put on the Lizzo's special or the Cardi B's worth. She didn't put on none of that. She put on her woman's attire. Bring it out. Read.
And her maid went and laid soft skins on the ground for her over against Holofernes, which she had received of Bagus.
So Our women were bad back then. I'm telling you straight. But we fall in low though. We fall in low.
Right.
So now we have to Judith jump over 8, chapter 8, verse 24, and then we're gonna get First Ezra, where it talks about how the northern tribe came over. We're gonna go through a little bit of history. Read that.
Judith 8 and 24. Now therefore, O brethren, let us show an example to our brethren.
So you get to show her an example because you married, and now you get to show her that that's the right way to do stuff. Get married. It says, the scriptures say for a young woman to marry and then raise up children. That's how we build back up our nation.
Right.
Don't go marry the devil. Don't go marry Esau, the white man. Don't go marry the Arab man. The Bible speaks against that. I'm going to show you. Don't go mixing race. Northern tribe, well, Southern, we bad about that. But we coming back to this Bible. We're going to stop doing that. Read on. Come on.
Because their hearts depend on us.
Because your examples, our people's minds depend on it. The heart's your mind. Now let's get into First Ezra. No, I won't. I think it's what was it about Northern Tribe? Was it First Ezra?
13. Yeah, I got you.
13. Second Ezra 13.
Oh, God, I'm top.
I'm gonna show you how Northern Tribe came over to this side of the world. Now I have my.
Do y'all have all the other books too? Or
What?
just that one?
No, this is the Bible. They took these out.
Yeah, the one.
It's 80 total.
Oh.
No, all the other garbage. No, you can't make nothing else with the Bible.
No, I meant like all the other books they took out of the Bible.
Yeah, it's right here. It's all of them. It's from
all of them?
yeah, from First Ezra to Maccabees. Yeah, read that. I'm gonna show. We'll get you the information after this. Come on.
Second Ezra 13 and 40. Those are the 10 tribes which were carried away prisoners out of their own land in the time of O.C., the king, whom Salamander, the king of Assyria, led away captive. And he carried them over the waters. And so came they into another land.
Because if you read, there's a movie where Christopher Columbus, was it 1492? The bastard read this, and he knew that Northern Kingdom. He said, okay, I know that they're on this side. Because remember, the so-called white man used to think that if you went he thought the earth was flat, right? He used to think that if I go so far, the ship gonna fall off. They're idiots. I laugh at them. They are not, they're Cro-Magnon dummies. They are not as smart as everybody give them credit for. But what they did was, they took your records and our records and said, hey, read that again.
Those 10 tribes which were carried away prisoners out of their own land in the time of O.C. the king, whom Salamander, the king of Assyria, led away captive. And he carried them over the waters. And so came they into another land.
So now we're about to find out if you all came through the Bering Strait. Let's see if we walked through the Bering Strait where it was cold, probably deprived of food, you walking on ice. Do you really think that we came through the Bering Strait? No. Let's find out. Read the next verse.
But they took this counsel among themselves, that they would leave the multitude of the heathen.
So our people even had sense back then, say, you know what? We have to get the hell away from these heathen. Because when we're around these people, we're not prospering. What they want to do, they want to take our resources. They want to hold that, give me Ecclesiastes, what's that, never trust thine enemy. Ecclesiastes 12 and 10 or 10 and 12? Sorry, 12, that's it, 12 and 10. This is why. What our people want to do, they say, you know what? I don't want to be around them. Let's take counsel amongst ourselves. Let's get these boats together. It's rock 10 and 12? I get them mixed up. It's either 10 and 12 or 12 and 10. That's it?
Yes, 12 and 10.
12 and 10. All right, yeah, read that.
Sirach 12 and 10. Never trust thine enemy.
Because our people knew this. They understood then that, hey, you know what? We have enemies. So they say, you know what? We got to go. These people, never trust them. Read.
For like iron rusted, so is his wickedness.
Just like iron rusted, so is his wickedness. Because what they saw, they said, damn, Ephraim, Issachar, Gad, these people are wise. They building systems underground. They have water systems. And guess what? Ephraim, y'all were playing with diamonds like they were freaking marbles. When you read about King David, he had to weigh his gold. He was so rich to do. He had, who's a Solomon had gold in his, like he had, Solomon had like he had gold dust in it. We weren't poor people. So what the devil do when they come over? Man, we gonna rob the hell out these people. Well, they did. That's why the scripture say what? Read that again.
And the king of Assyria led away captive, and he carried them over the waters. And so came they into another land. But they took this counsel among themselves, that they would leave the multitude of the heathen.
So they said, look, we got to leave. Leave these heathen alone. We got to go. Read.
Leave the multitude of the heathen and go forth into a further country where never mankind dwelt.
Wait a minute. I thought the white man discovered America. He said, we're going to go into a further land where never mankind dwelt. What was that?
How is he gonna find a land where no man has been if there's people on there?
Hey, thank you. Because remember, see, she gets it. Remember, they thought the earth was flat. They go far enough to just fall off. The dummies. But what did our people say?
And go forth into a further country where never mankind dwelt.
Uh-oh, somebody lying. Christopher Columbus, he read this.
Right.
They've always read our records. You know why they read our records? Because they want to keep us on the bottom.
Right.
And how do you do that? They gotta do a diligent search of our history to keep us on the bottom.
Right.
That's how you keep perfect slaves. Don't tell y'all the greatest people that walk this earth. No! Tell y'all Hispanics, y'all Mexicans, all this derogatory garbage. That's what they do. They will never tell you God's chosen people, you the greatest thing to walk this earth.
We used to scream black power while heroin was pushed. But at the end of the day, nothing's in vain. IUIC has been given a vision. The tents of Judah has risen. Many has attempted the mission, minor murmuring, omitting, and missing the mark. Just reading that he had the flame of fire in his eyes gave us the spark. We on Paul's mission. We out on the road, purple and gold, from Mexico, Cuba, Haiti, Ghana, Sierra Leone. 144,000 boots banging, concrete crackling. These are how men repented at heart. The scriptures is proof. IUIC, we deliver the truth.